Hello everyone, it's day 30 of my Webflow developer series of my journey, and today we're gonna continue with learning the HTML fundamentals. So we're gonna get better in Webflow, and let's go and create one mini blog article page. So we're gonna do everything the right way with the semantics and everything, SEO optimized HTML. So we're gonna make the sections. Let's do the header section. So the search engine knows that this will be the header. Okay, we have the header. And inside the header, let's create one h1 title. And let's write something. Let's close the h1 tag. And now we have our title. And now let's create our navigation menu. And we're gonna use the area label. It's telling the screen readers what this element is. And it's gonna be the main navigation. And let's close this nav tag. And inside we'll have 4 links that gonna refer to inside page. There's unexpected character, or because this is a minus, and we need the equal sign. We're gonna link everything later. This gonna be the home link. But let's just copy and paste this link. Make like 4 more. We'll have a walk about and contact nav links. And let's close the nav tag. And now we have our header with the title and 4 links. Amazing. And now let's continue with the main content of our mini blog page. Let's close the main tag so we don't forget later, because we'll drop a lot of content here. And inside the main, let's have one subtitle. Remember, we can have only one h1 in our page. And then we use h2 tags for our subheadings. Mini blog, tag. This will be the main heading for this page. And let's make one paragraph maybe. Let's close the tag. Get. And inside. If you want to make something bold, we can use the strong tag. Like this. And we close the tag now. And now it's gonna be bold. And see how it looks. See, the author is bold. Stefan learns Webflow is a normal weight text. And let's break the line. Like this maybe, this. And now we are going on another line. We use BR tag for going on another line. Let's do one both text again with published. Now we have both published. And we can use the time uh, time tag. Remember, if we don't break the line with this tag, um, everything will be on one line. So now when we use the time tag, this is how you do it. Date time. And now insert the time. And now we give it the text. And now it's gonna show here. Because we didn't break the line, even though here in the code it's on different lines, it doesn't matter. You have to use the BR tag if you want to break the line. That's it. Let's close this tag. And now we have the author and the published text. And the paragraph is closed. And let's do one more paragraph. Just for the to drop some content in. What should we write? This is a practice blog post where I build clean HTML structure for a simple article page that I can later recreate inside Webflow. That's it. So the structure looks great so far. What else do we need? A section. Let's create one section. And to give a little bit more content, now we're gonna use a h3 tag. Let's break everything into logical part. Why I'm building this book. And let's make one paragraph now. Opening tag, closing tag. This mini book has a header, navigation, main, content, area, sidebar, and a footer. Each piece has a clear job, so the structure is easy to understand. Okay, and now let's make one list, one unordered list. Let's close the unordered list tag. And inside, just let's create some lists. Let's close the tag. The li. And let's write something inside. Site header with logo and navigation. For example, Let's copy and paste this list so we don't do it manually. Just change the text, the main article with title, meta info, and sections. Sidebar with author info and recent posts. They're just creating some content, a footer with basic site info. And did we close the section tag? Didn't. So let's do it now. I should always do it in the start. I sometimes forget to close the tags. And let's make one more section. Let's close the tag. Okay, see here we have the unordered list. And inside this section, let's make one more h3 tag. Let's write but oh, we already or what should I should write? Let's just go with next steps. H3. Let's close this tag. Let's make one more paragraph. Let's close the paragraph. Paragraph. Right, let's write after this HTML version. I will recreate the same structure in Webflow using the correct elements and naming so I can style and animate it later. Yeah, I think this will be maybe the last, or I will do one more video about the HTML and I will jump into the CSS and I will dive deep into the basic CSS and I'm gonna do everything in CSS with the plain CSS here in the code pen and then I will create everything in Webflow. We're gonna go into transitions, in everything, the style selectors. We must know the fundamentals of code of HTML and CSS. This is basically the front-end fundamentals. So we need it, guys. We need to know it. And let's now create one article, maybe. Did we? We had to make this all of this in one article tag. We do it. I did it with the main tag, but we do the structure the right way. I think so, but here we could make this article tag. Let's copy and paste it and close it here. So we know this is the article content. I think this is the right way. And maybe what's gonna happen if we make tag? Let's see. Do anything? No, we're not going to do this. Let's just create one more section. Put one H3 tag inside with some information. Or actually, let's do this aside tag. See what's gonna happen. And let's close it. See how this will look. And in this, yeah, ChatGPT is recommending me to do it, but so we have a site, but let's still make this a section. Let's close the section here. So everything is better structured. And now let's make our H3 about the author. Let's close the tag. And let's make one unordered list again. Close the tag. And inside, let's make 3 lists with a link. href gonna point to an internal page. Day 27. Let's just do some content inside. Okay. Ready. Let's copy and paste it. Have like 3 links. And change the text with something that makes sense. Day 29. I did yesterday. Export the lists, tables, and forms, a new HTML, and then we try Webflow. And I think now we have a nice HTML box, mini box structure. And what else do we need? Let's okay, the main here is closed, and let's just make it one footer. Let's close the footer tag. And inside with just one paragraph. close the paragraph. Let's just write 2025 Stefan girls Webflow, and that's it. And I think this is a good enough work mini structure. We used all the semantic tags, links, uh, the area labels for screen readers, daytime, and now let's try to recreate this in Webflow. So let's start with title. We have one heading 1. Let's copy and paste this. What else do we need? We have 3. But here, maybe let's create the header section before this section and name it header. And give it from here, we can give it a tag header. Let's put section like it's here. And now let's make one section again. Just let's say nav and let's give it a nav tag. How can we give the area label? Because look, in this nav we have the area label main navigation. Let's just ask the learning assistant. Okay, I have my nav section and the tag is set to nav. How to give it area label, main navigation. Let's see what learning assistant will say. To add the text area field your form in Webflow. No, 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 no. Select your form block. No, which one? You want to add area label to my nav element for the screen readers. To add an area label to your nav element in Webflow for screen readers, follow this step. Select the nav element in your Webflow designer. Open the element settings panel here. Go down to custom attributes. Yes, here. Click the plus and add a new attribute. Okay. Enter area label in the name field. Okay. Area label. And main navigation in the value field. This will help screen readers identify the purpose of your navigation element. Let's see, let's publish this and see if it works. Go to the page. We still have the page from yesterday, but why? We published this page, publish it again, maybe refresh it. Let's see now. refresh. Let's refresh this. Maybe first we have to publish it here. Let's preview. And now it will work. No, you have the yesterday published version. Why? Just preview and F2, and we can see it this way. Well, let's go to the body, HTML, go to the body, go to there are where is our we need to publish our website on the published website. We will see everything. Don't need get, just need here in the body. Let's return. Let's refresh the. Let's go to the site again. Open in Webflow. Let's publish it again. We can't. Let's see. No, that's strange. Let's don't publish it first. Not published. Now republish it. Why is this happening? Here, when you press F12, you can see everything here. Let's just try to give. But why? This is strange. Let's just create a new page. Or let's unpublish it again. We will do this for the last time, and maybe I'll create a new site. Yeah. Very, very strange. Let's go to the dashboard. Let's create a new site. Stefan, trains, HTML. Create a site. And here let's create a section. Section will be header. Let's give it the header tag. And inside we'll have one heading. That's gonna this heading. And now we need the nav element. So let's just create one more section. We can create a div block as well. It's doesn't matter really. Let's create one div block. And write nav. Let's change the tag to nav. And here from the custom attributes, area label. Let's give the name and the value be main navigation. Save. And inside, what do we have? We have 4 links. Let's make text link or link block. Doesn't matter. Let's just get the text link. Let's just say that this is enough link. And copy and paste it. 4 nav links. Boom. Block about and contact. About. Contact. I can make everything flex. Horizontal. And give it a little bit space between. Like it's here. Doesn't matter. And let's now publish it and see if we will have the let's go with F12. And here we have the header. We can remove the class. We didn't have to give it a class. But it doesn't matter. We have the H1 here. And here we can see we have the nav element with the area label equals main navigation. So it's the same. Let's just remove the classes to clean our HTML. Can we just remove it? Remove class. And let's remove this class. And remove. And if we remove this class, look, when we remove this class, we lost the flex property. So it doesn't matter. Let's remove class. We just need to replicate the HTML structure. This is the point of this exercise. Let's go now. Press F12 and inspect the header element. And look, we have the header opening tag with the header closing tag, the H1 tag. Here you see the header opening, closing, the H1 tag. And here we have the nav tag with the 4 links inside and with the tab, this tab. And we have the header, H1, and here we have the area label with the main navigation value. So this is important, very important for the SEO and the screen readers. And here we have the home with the quas nav link that we removed, I think. Yeah, but I removed it only on the one of the links. So look, it's same like here. We can just remove all classes. And it's gonna be the same structure like the structure we have in CodePen. Now with self, it in HTML with the area label. Okay, good. Then we have our navigation part. Let's continue. What else do we have? Now we have an article section. How to do it? Maybe we should just do one div block. But let's see, is it in the main? Yeah, it's in the main section. So let's create one main section. To use section, yeah, let's use section. And this will be the main section. Okay, now we have the main. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick. And inside, let's make one div block. And this will, let's give it a tag of article. The article. And inside we have one h2. Give it tag. Right. We're going to write first HTML block. And then we'll have one paragraph. Will be the paragraph. And here we can see we have a break line. So let's see how this will work. So we need one paragraph element. And what do we have as text? We have this. But it's styled differently. Let's just write the text. But we don't need this both. Let's just remove the paragraph. Add a new one completely. And we're gonna style it Webflow. What text do we have? We have author. Yeah, and we have published. For 13 November. Five. And we will even base. And now we can see here it's both the text. So we can just highlight this part and press here the both. And now we have both text. But how do we break a line? Is there a break line property here? Third code, tract, superscript, italic, formatting. We can just press enter here. It's gonna work, but I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it. So let's just ask the learning assistant. Can I fit this learning assistant images? I don't know. Let's just try to make image. Let's try to paste it here. No, it's not working. It's not working with images. So, I have a paragraph, and I want to go on the next line. I have author information and date information, and I want it on separate lines. How to do it the right way? Should I? Oh, let's see what going to answer. To display author information and date information on separate lines with a paragraph in Webflow, it's best to separate elements for each piece of information. This approach gives control over styling and layout. Add a new text block or paragraph element for the author information. Add another text block or paragraph element for the date information. Use the style panel to adjust spacing and alignment as needed. Consider using a div block to group these elements together for better layout control. So basically, look, we can do it right here to copy the style. We made this both as well. It looks like this, right? I think it looks same. Let's publish it and see how the HTML code looks now. F12. Oh, no, not here. Go into our main section. Main and our article. We have the H1. We have the paragraph. And we can see here the strong tag. And I think it looks like this, exactly like this. We just have a break line here. And here we have it, because we pressed enter. We have the break line, so it's basically the same structure. Yeah, it's the same structure. But from Webflow, the learning assistant said the right way to do this is to make a div block, and let's say we give it a class article information, and here inside we should have two text box, and another text box. Let's just copy paste and pass this author information and this date information, and now just use sample author Webflow, and here date published 13 November 5. And now we can just make this bold. This we can make bold. And look, it looks the same, but now we have two elements inside the div block, and we have much more. Let's see how structure looks in website now. We're gonna have a div block here, in the article. Look, we have a div block with the class article information. And inside this div block, we have another two divs. So the text block is a div. And inside we have the content with author and Stefan there's Webflow, and the other was date information, another div. I didn't know the text block is a div, but now we know it. It's another box that we can style and everything. You can see it goes from left to right. Every box is going from left to right, taking the whole space, sitting on the left before we style it. And now the good thing is we can style this whatever we want to, and because it's inside this div block, we can also use the flags. We can position it where we want. We can even make it vertical. We can do everything. Very, very convenient. That's why Webflow recommends to go this way. Let's go back. Let's go back to our first version with just the paragraph, because we're just trying to recreate this structure. But we should know how to do it the right way in Webflow as well. And now, what else do we have after this? We have one more paragraph. Let's just copy text and create this paragraph. Article. Copy and paste text. Now we have paragraph. And now we start another section. Main. Or in the article. Actually in the article. Go back. Right. Yes. Throw an E. Should I just make a div block or a section? Let's create a section and give it a tag section. As the tag section now. And inside we have one h3, this text content. Let's do it. Throw an E. Heading, we give it the tag 3. Copy and paste this text. Then we have a paragraph with this text. We choose the section, Control and E. Paragraph. We copy, paste this paragraph, and now we have one unordered list. That one list element, and we have our list element. We have 3 lists. Here we have 4. So we Control and E and add one more list element. You can see now we have 4 lists. And let's view the content. Content for first list. Okay. Now this content second list. You just press here the gear icon. Edit text. Done. You have your lists. Content. More. We have one list. It's such a pleasure to work. Very easy, very structured. And we have our list. And this is this section. Let's create another section element like we have in our structure. Like a section set to default because we're choosing section element, I guess. Let's make one street element inside this section. Don't forget to give here tag h3 because one, but we need three. And we have one more paragraph here. Add it. And we are done with our article. Why do we have a section tag here? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Let's just remove it. I don't know why we did it. Is there any point? Doesn't make sense to have a, let's see, section. Maybe we need a section aside. But no, look where we are closing this section. Let's let's put this closing tag here maybe. Change something. I don't know. And if we remove this section tag here, change something. I don't think it shouldn't. Okay, let's make now one section aside in Webflow. Or I'm not sure if there is such a thing. Let's see. So an E. Actually, is it in the main side section? Okay, it is. So on this level, it's still in the article. So let's make section. It's gonna be with side tag. Or we need a div block. I don't know. It should be the same. Here, side, we have another section. And we have a heading. Heading page text. And we have an ordered list again with links. So let's put this list item. Here we can make it ordered or unordered. Let's make it unordered. And this will be links. We have to make this a link. Let's just copy and paste text. And then we will make them links. Okay. And now how to make them a links. Let's just go our settings. Type how to make this a link for in-page linking. Maybe if I give this ID is not valid. What will happen if article ID? Nothing is going to happen. Move it. Can we go to this text? If I can highlight the text, interesting. Let's ask the learning assistant. Okay, I have an ordered list, and I want to turn each list to each list text into a link. How to do it? To turn each list item text into a link in Webflow, you need to use a link block for each item. Select the list item you want to convert into a link. Drag a link block from a add panel into a list item. Place text block inside the link block and enter your start text. Okay, I think we can even wrap this into a link block like this way. No list item not be placed in a list range. Can we wrap it? Let's remove this list. Let's add another list. Let's see if we can put a wrap in link block. No, we can't. Let's see. To turn each list item text into a link Webflow, you need to use a link block for each item. Select the list item you want to convert into a link. Drag a link block from the other panel into the list item. Let's see if let's create one link block. Oh, and that's how you do it. I'm not sure if this is how we should do it. How to give text in block. Should I just create a text now inside? Text block, for example. Yeah, and this is how we did it, guys. Interesting. Let's see. And that's how you do it. You have a list item, inside you have a link block, and inside you have the text. Let's remove these two lists and just copy and paste this one. And place the information. See what will happen. Okay. And now we have it looks the same. And let's just add the footer and then we will inspect here inside the body. Let's make our footer section. Turn it into, give it the footer tag. And inside I think we just have one paragraph with this text. Right, footer, this paragraph with the text. Add the element, paragraph. Change text to this. And that's it, guys. Let's see how it looks when we publish it. Go. This is Doesn't point to anything. Let's control F12. See our structure. We have our header. We have the area label for the screen readers. We could do this for every tag, but it's okay for now. And here in the article, we have the two paragraphs. Let's see how the site section is done with the row. Okay, we have the row list as a class here. Let's see the site, the lists, item. Okay, we have the row list, and inside we have a marker with inline block class. It doesn't look exactly the same like the structure we have here. Sure. Look how this structure looks, but I guess this is how you should do it in Webflow. We still have the anchor tag with the href that's pointing to an internal page. Here it's not pointing to anything, but if you have a website, you point somewhere. And you have a class with inline block. And inside you have a div with the text. And that's how this structure looks in Webflow. And I guess this is the normal way to do it. And here we have the footer with the paragraph. And that's it, guys. We did one basic mini block structure. First with vanilla HTML, and then with Webflow. And I think we're getting better. I feel confident now building the structure and working with tags and everything in Webflow. And if you ever have any questions, you can just use the learning assistant. It's very useful tool. It helps you to learn faster. You don't have to ask ChatGPT or search in Google. Just use the learning assistant, and most of the times you will get the correct answer, and it's made by Webflow, so it will give you the best answer most likely. And that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I'll make maybe one more video about the HTML to know more about the SEO and the area labels. And then we will jump straight to the CSS, and this will be a lot of fun for sure. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.